All right, guys, we're gonna get started in a minute here. Let's put on our 528 hertz is great to listen to. I was also reading there's a lot of benefits to 40 hertz as well. So we got a few things to talk about today. A lot of good things to talk about. I'm kind of just talking to myself right now, but yeah, let's get this all set up here. Okay, this is good because I want to. Okay, we got 14 people waiting. What's up, Andre? Andre, forgive me if I'm pronouncing your name wrong. Going to let me take a sip of coffee. Gonna mute myself. I gotta do something else. I'm 40 hertz right now. I've been messing with this. Let's see. Maybe we want to focus. Let's put on some focus music. Accelerated learning. Let's see. I like this. This one's pretty good. 40 hertz and 6 hertz. And yeah. The split RSIs, yeah, 432 is good too. Yeah, they're all. I've read the best things about 528, and so we'll try 40. Very calming. Get started in just a minute here, guys. Let me just look at some few other things. Should be good. Got quite a few things to talk about. Let me check one other. It was my 4th of July. It was good. It was good. A lot of worked out, relaxation, Alrighty, guys, let's get started here. What is up? Evan Aldo here. My eye is a little bit bloodshot. I don't know why. This left eye is a little weird right now. But anyway, let's watch the live streams. Thanks so much, Sean. All right. Oil. Look, I've been saying for a while, I'll talk about it a little bit, but I've been saying for a while with oil, like, look, if you're buying it from big people who bought it a while ago. If you're buying it right now, I think there could be one last hurrah with it. Next few months, it could come up a bit more. Maybe not. I've been cautious with it. That's what I'm saying. I've been more bullish on gold and oil lately. So we'll talk about that. But obviously, we want to talk about crypto first. That's the most important thing we want to talk about. So let's get into that. Don't want to bore you guys too much with anything else before then. So right now, it's interesting. We're in a very, very interesting position right here. And so right here, let's look at this. I mean, you got a green dot in the weekly and you're deep in the red. This signified the last bottom. And in terms of what people think, most people don't think we hit the bottom yet, which is one of the reasons to think that we may have hit the bottom. Also, there's a few other signs and other time frames that we haven't bottomed out. There's both things that show. It could be, kind of like this green dot, which I do, to be completely transparent, I do think we have a little bit of ways to go farther down based on this. I think it could be more like this one, and then we won't bottom out until we get deep into the red here. However, even if it is like this, you're going to get some green, hiking ashy candles. And then my main argument here for why we could come up a bit is you had so many red hiking candles. You're due to get a green one and come up to 22 or even 24 or something like that. It's definitely in the cards, in my opinion. This confirms in 5 days. Could take a little bit longer. We could come down. Double bottom pattern here, 17K. Looking at some trades also. I'm doing a new partnership with BitGet. We're doing a nice promo. Link in the description below. If you want to trade on BitGet, $140. I don't think you have to deposit too much for it. Look into that. I don't know the exact. Just started that promo. It's pretty good one. It's not one of those ones with like Bybit or FEMEX where you have to deposit 100 grand worth of Bitcoin to get the 4 grand. You could deposit much less than that to get the $150 bonus. It's a pretty good exchange. I've been messing around with it a lot. I do like it. It's easy to set multiple stop losses. I do think the interface is really good. Not that I trade on 125x leverage, but it does have that option. Some people, with good risk management, they like to do it, especially if you have a really tight stop loss. You could just do it like that. There are some new features. There's force. There's some new things, and I'll do a tutorial on them as well. It's a good exchange. I wouldn't. It's good to spread out your trading accounts between different exchanges, especially so you could short and long at the same time, or if one goes out. So it's a pretty good one. They do have a pretty high trading volume as well. They do fluctuate though. So moving on here. Let's move on to our 3-day right here. And very low RSIs, kind of in between here, pretty a neutral look. I mean, money flow kind of coming up. You did confirm it's not a bullish div, but like almost, you know what I mean? Like 2 green dots next to one another. And I skipped out on our, not our 6-day, but our 5-day. You did confirm snake eyes here, which is pretty rare. It's the first time it's really happened. I mean, kind of compare it to this, and it did signify the bottom here in January. So there are some things that signify the bottom, some things that don't. Given everything going on, I don't think we hit the bottom, but 19K is a pretty good price. I don't really think we're going to go much below 12K or 10K. The way I've been mapping it out was kind of like 12K. And we'll compare that to the NASDAQ as well. If you compare it to NASDAQ and the dot-com bubble, Bitcoin being, kind of a good, description of all of it, 82% would be in the cards, 12K. So, yeah. Moving on to 2-day, you're curving back up with the RSI, kind of same as the 3-day. Not much to really decipher here. That bullish div could play out kind of delayed, easily could bring us up to 24. I mean, it's a volatile asset. We do have the big area here, 22. It could be generally more sideways too, which, we're due to be more sideways, kind of in an area, kind of like last summer. And that's where a lot of people will kind of give up. And I feel like altcoins will kind of bleed, heavily against Bitcoin. If that does happen, people will get bored, especially going into a recession. A lot of people are losing their jobs. I know a lot of people have been laid off we're almost in kind of an anger phase. Like a lot of people are angry right now. The overall mood of a lot of people is a lot of frustration, which when you get to that anger phase, that's where you have to sell things for a loss a lot of times, especially altcoins. What are people going to sell first? Usually altcoins. They got to pay bills, fill up their car. It's rough times, and you don't go into recessions too often. We're in one right now. Last time was '08. That was pretty rough. Especially if you're younger, you may not be used to recession. Give me 1 second. I'm gonna take some coffee. And so the main thing in terms of a short right now is, split RSIs and your VWAP is coming down. And, to be completely honest, most of my trading, very, very successful, obviously, if you've been following me in this exclusive Discord. If you're interested in that, link in the description below. We didn't have the best June, to be completely transparent with you, but we had an amazing May, and the other great months have made up for it. I have a feeling we're going to have a good July. Who knows, though? It's life. But yeah. I have traded, basically without using RSIs for the most part. But these split RSIs, look, split RSIs, especially on your 12-hour, getting split, and you're getting the red dot, bam, right down, came right back up, right down. Same deal right here. It's starting to curve down, so possibly a pretty good short opportunity. Your swing high is up here, so stop losses would probably be around this area. In terms of where you want to take your first take profits, and we're bouncing up a little bit now. That's why I kind of been holding off on entering it. I'll show you kind of where I'm looking to enter it, and let's see here. See, that's not too great of a risk-reward ratio right there, but we do have another spiral line, I believe, right here. That would be probably a good place to lock in profits. It's an okay risk-reward ratio. Not the best, not the worst. 7.3, not bad if you put it above here. Maybe put one stop loss here. Do double stop losses. CryptoFace likes to do that. Also, you do have this point right here if you're getting on a double bottom pattern. That's a case that we could go back down to 17K. I know the Tom Brady, the new Tom Brady FTX commercial. Do I have that up here? I might have that up here. Let's see. With BitGet, yeah, I believe you can. I'm still using it, but yeah, you can. But Coinbase One, what is Coinbase? I use Coinbase Pro. Yeah. Okay, I don't have the Tom Brady clip, but it's anyway. Google like the new Tom Brady commercial. Maybe that could have been our catalyst. To come back up a little bit, it's when you get a lot of conflicting information. Look, I mean, I've been making the mistake myself a little bit. Sometimes it's good to just wait till the charts are good. You know what I mean? Like trade like a Chad type in how Chad's day trade on YouTube. And he waits until it's good. He just chills. He plays golf. He waits. And, life doesn't have to be that difficult. Life doesn't have to be an entire array of staring at the screen, blowing out your eyes, blowing out your posture, blowing out everything. You know what I mean? You could wait a little bit. So split RSIs, same thing in the 8-hour. We're about to get that red dot. Keep in mind, weekly's printing the green dot. That could go away, though. This is trying to come up into the green. That's a pretty bullish sign. However, RSIs are curving down here. We are pumping right now. Yeah, we are coming up right now, which is kind of expected. Nothing goes down in a straight line. 2-hour does look pretty good. So I'm not entering, I'm not entering any shorts just yet. I'm still in ETH long with profits locked in. I don't believe that was stopped out, at least not yet, in profit. And I do have a Bitcoin long that's been in for a while. Haven't had an outcome just yet. First take profits are a bit higher here, and we could go either way here. We definitely could go either way. How's our 4-hour? Getting low with the VWAP, could curve around. So wait, for those confirmations. 30-minute waiting to go into the red at least here. Just waiting, patiently waiting here for what we want to see, in the charts. So yeah, guys, but if history's kind of any indication here, between 10-hour, 8-hour. I mean, split RSIs, when it starts to curve down with the purple, you know that's a place to try to get in. You know what I mean? Split RSIs curving down with the purple, and there it didn't work too well. Could be kind of like that one. We're in the same kind of place the money flows, so it doesn't always, it definitely doesn't always work. And that one didn't. Let's go to 12-hour here. Okay, so this one split here, and yeah, when it started to curve down, that one worked. That one worked. Maybe this one will work with the RSIs. We will see. Keep in mind, these two, you were hitting off, you were rejecting from you know, rejecting from resistance here. Now you're kind of almost bumping into support. So I wouldn't have the same confidence that I had over there. Funding fees are in between right now. I believe they're a bit more. They're positive on or they're negative on BitGet. I believe. Let me look on ByBit how they are at the moment. See what people are doing. It's kind of split right now. They're negative. Oh, hold on. That's for ETH on. Okay, they're negative on ByBit right now. They're going back and forth. I wouldn't give too much credence to any of that right there, but yeah, that's that. So yeah, let's look at the chat real quick. What's the latest with Celsius? I know it is looking pretty good. I'm rooting for Celsius. I mean, I am rooting for Celsius. I mean, they paid off some debt. It is looking a little bit better. The fact that Cell token is not at 0 is pretty good. It's holding up, getting close to $1. There may be some hope. Yeah, I mean, there may be some hope. We will look at Avax and Sol. And if you just tuned in, there's a good promo with BitGet. Link in the description below right now. If you want to trade on BitGet, you can trade. I believe, yeah, you can. Go. I'm still learning their system now. I didn't place a trade just yet on BitGet. I got about $5,000 of tether in this account right here that I'm looking to pull the trigger when the time is right. I'm patient with that for a trade. I believe you could go long and short at the same time. It's a lot easier to do multiple stop losses here. So there are some really good features with BitGet. Light version 2 to make it simpler. I'm going to do a tutorial on them. It's a pretty good exchange. It fluctuates a lot, but yesterday they were like top 3 or top 5 in trading volume. Now they're down to 24, but it fluctuates around a lot. I mean, even where's FEMEX? It's only a little bit higher on average. So yeah, there's it's good to spread them out. After we saw Celsius went down, BlockFi went bankrupt, but they got bought out, which is okay. They got bailed out. And who else went down? Voyager is still, I believe, down. So there's a lot of fear in the markets at the moment. That's why hardware wallet people are doing. They're probably doing well with hardware wallet sales. Let me take a quick sip of coffee. Okay, so we looked at Bitcoin. Let's look at ETH. It's generally the same as kind of a no-brainer to look to take a short if we hit off of this level right here, 786 fib level. That's a big level. Green dot in the weekly. I mean, even though this one was not the bottom, or let me go to actually, let me show you. Come on, green dot in the 6-day as well. Even though it wasn't the bottom here, you did come up and get green. So this would bring us up to 1200, maybe even more, and get green with the Heikens if you repeat that. So be careful if you're shorting now, I would say. Not financial advice, as always. None of this is financial advice. Always do your own research. Always realize that crypto is very risky. I mean, look, it's down so much now. Split RSIs here on your 16-hour for ETH. Right there, yeah, the same thing. So if you repeat that, I don't think you're just going to drop, who knows, we're in bearish times. I don't think you're going to drop another 50%. It would be nice if you just rip the Band-Aid off and just drop down 56%, jeez. 500, real quick. And that would bring us down to July. The way I've been mapping it out, I don't think we're going to hit a bottom probably until August, September. But yeah, in terms of entering a trade like that, you want to definitely look at potential money flow crossovers on your hour, your 30-minute, your 45-minute. That would be good places to look for that entry. Split RSIs here, not as split as this one, but look at the bearish trend. Every time there's split and you come down, bam, bam. On the 8-hour, what was the 12-hour? Oh, this one's high up, yeah. So this looks pretty good for a potential short with the split RSIs. That's a new strategy. I've really been looking at that. I think I'm going to update my course to talk about that a little bit. Especially, it's different environments. You got to adapt. That's the thing I've been learning. If you don't adapt, you're going to die and you're going to get beat up, and you're not going to be able to. It's all about how long you're going to live, how long you're going to flourish in the world. It's all about adapting. You got to adapt to your environment. That's very, very important. Crypto Faces said it. It's one thing I've overlooked, but yeah. So wait for those confirmations. There may be some nice shorts coming here soon. Funding fees are kind of negative right now, but they could easily just go right back. We are pumping right now. I mean, we are coming up a bit. I don't know how long this will be, how short-lived this will be, how long this will be. We'll see. Let's see here. Okay. Yeah, I mean, it would make sense for to take longer to hit a bottom, but it's kind of yeah. Let's see. I finally got one whole Bitcoin. Yeah, that's the thing I've been telling everybody about. If you can get a full Bitcoin, I would highly, highly suggest getting one. Not financial advice though. Oh man, that is rough. 120K locked in Celsius. I have only probably now a little less than 10K, but I mean, that is rough, man. I'm sorry. I really hope it turns out okay for you. I think it will be though. All right, let's look at what was somebody wanted me to look at? It was let's look at Avax and Sol, and then we'll take a look at oil. Let's see, and I definitely will be talking about some new potential trades in exclusive Discord when I'm entering them. If you guys are interested in that, link in the description below. Also started a new partnership. If you guys are just tuning in with BitGet, check out the link below. There's a cool promo going on right now. It's not like it's different where you definitely don't have to deposit like 100 grand to get the full bonus. It's a $150 bonus, but you don't have to deposit very much to get it. So I think it's a good. A lot of people have requested me to do something with them too. A lot of people, a lot of my followers really liked BitGet, so give them a shot. I think it's a good exchange. I've liked it so far. I like the interface. So check that out. Link in the description below. And let's see. So we wanted to. I know Avax. Somebody wanted me to look at. Definitely want to look at Avax here. And let's see. So yeah, I mean, kind of the same thing. If we're able to, this almost doesn't look good. Just here, come back down and print another red dot there. Excuse me. Daily. You got almost, yeah, I had to give it to you, almost a bullish div. Let's see, is that a true? Yeah, you can make the argument. It's a little subjective. Confirms at 6 hours. Bullish case, you come back up to 20 bucks, 19 bucks, something like that. Especially if we do pump up, but split RSIs, man. These split RSIs don't lie. Ugh. Right here, bam. Kind of like that, even more split. These ones, would probably bring it back down to 7, 8 bucks. Ugh. I've been telling you guys, all coins for long term now ain't the time. 6 hour into the red. I'm not. Oh man, this makes me look a little bit more bearish. We'll see what happens though. We still are pumping on Bitcoin though. Interesting. Be a little bull trap. And then Solana. Let's see here. Yeah. It's that split RSIs coming down. Yeah, coming back down. It's a little bit different here. Into the red, your view ups coming down the weekly. Oh man. Oh man. So it's looking worse and worse, this market. Ugh. Oh man. That is a good sign into the into the green there, but you're just in that bear market, and then RSIs not too split, but just starting to curve down there. So definitely RSIs are a big thing. I mean, I have overlooked them in the past. It's different environments where they work better than others. Sometimes things change. They look pretty good there in the 2-day, but yeah, conflicting. It is a little conflicting right now. I mean, look, I mean, what I've been saying is, let's take a look at Bitcoin dominance. I definitely want to look at. I mean, you're coming up. You're trying to. I do think it's a little bit. You got to factor. I believe somebody's either making a chart or something where you could take out stable coins from this. This analysis here, and look, I mean, you're coming up there. RSIs are kind of split though, coming down, but I do think Bitcoin dominance should come up a bit more here. I do think these maxis will, bullish div there for it, but you know, look, I'll tell you when I think it's time to get it into altcoins. I don't think now's the time. I think 6 months to a year is a good time. I think now's Bitcoin season. Just you could trade anything you want, but for long term, Bitcoin's the way to go. Not financial advice as always. Anything could happen. Look, I mean, if you think you know something I don't, then by all means do what you want to do, man. Let's look at oil. I know it's been down today. I mean, even if you're going to go higher here, it would make sense to have a healthy correction. The monthly is a bit scary here. Definitely does not look too good on the monthly. Look, I mean, people are taking profits. You're hitting a major level. People are going to be taking profits. People got in over here, like CryptoFace, who got in right at the bottom. I mean, people are going to, especially for something like oil, where it's not going to be as useful in the future. I mean, blood diamonds, I'm more bullish on gold right now. I think gold may be the next thing to pop in this inflationary times. It normally goes down in the beginning like it is right now, but look at the if you look at the macro, and the technicals are going to always be weird in this because it's more sideways, it's weird, it doesn't give you that great of returns a lot of times. Look, I mean, 1970, look at that with the money flow. It doesn't mean too much, but I do think there's a very high probability in terms of inflationary times that it could go up to 2,500. The main thing that concerns me is the Uganda thing. They found a lot of gold. Okay, yeah, that's the main thing. But in terms of like technicals, I don't think that, this bearish div from 10-year bearish div, that's not like, I don't think technicals mean too much for that. I think you would want to look more at the money flow coming up. Can it come down a bit more from here? Sure. 1,600. I mean, for a 1 or 2 year perspective, I think it's going to be pretty good. I think it'll probably outperform oil. We'll see what happens. Let's take a quick look at the SPY. So, kind of as predicted, I thought we'd rally up a little bit farther before just getting rejected. So this is such a major. That looks just so beautiful the way it's rejecting off of there. Bullish div means nothing here. Gotta love that. Pretty inevitable we're gonna get to 350, I think, in the next few months. August, September, 350, maybe even 315 if things get real ugly, real recession. I'm waiting at least, for my IRAs or whatever, my Roth or, well, I don't qualify for Roth, but my whatever loophole, to convert a traditional to a Roth, to get into the red here. That's what I'm looking for. At minimum, wait till you get into the red. It seems pretty inevitable at this point. Recession fears. I think a lot of people don't want to face reality on that. They're used to it just gradually, coming up. For the last 10 years, they're not used to bear markets because we haven't had one in so long. They're just not used to it. And even if inflation keeps playing out and it does somehow go up, I think your buying power is still gonna go down. So I don't see a reason to get into this at the moment. But there may be a big opportunity once you get into the red here, kind of like over here or over here. Where would we be? This looks like an ugly. I mean, you could. I hate to say it, but people like Ray Dalio kind of could be right. Let me take a sip of coffee. So people like Ray Dalio definitely could be right here. There's a lot of distance between the haves and the have-nots. There's a lot of signs of an empire failing. You could go into depression here. I know people have been saying it until, it's kind of like the boy who cried wolf. That's what always happens with these things. They say it's going to crash for 10 years straight and never crashes. Then when it finally does, it's the boy who cried wolf. No one expects it. But look, I mean, you got to have a strategy here. I think when you're getting this close to the red, and you keep getting bent down, you keep getting killed and bent down here, I think that it's going to come down farther. 350 is a good place to definitely look. I mean, at 350 you're going to be down what percentage? Historically 26%. It's only 27% kind of. I really want to see, you want to see I would even think, you would get close to COVID lows in a bad recession, 50% down, something like that. You'd probably get four. I mean, let's look at the yellow X's on the 2-day. The last time, and the last time this happened, ooh, these yellow X's on the 2-day. Oh, man. So it could be a sign we're getting close here. If it plays out like there was only, in the Great Recession, only two yellow. And this, I would think it would be more like this, kind of like this recession, where, yeah, if you get there two yellow X's, it would probably be a percentage. Come down another 34%. It'd probably be more like that. Here, you're almost done, kind of. Let's see right here. November to March, so 5 months. It could be another 35, come down another 35% from where we kind of are. That would be really, whew. It would, that's what's interesting too, because the people who, usually the people who are somehow able to get in, and they're usually just really lucky or something, they just happen to be on at the right time and we're able to get in really low here, they'll be still in the green. Everybody else, that's usually what happens. Everybody else gets into the red. 243, major generational buying opportunity, rare buying opportunity. So yeah, let's see. XRP, doing good. Cool. That ETH you were warning me about did good. We hit our first take profit. So the answer about the signals in the exclusive Discord. We had an amazing May, probably an 80%, if not more, success rate. Last few weeks in June, the market changed. I've been to be completely honest, we probably lost like over half the trades in the past few weeks. But I was looking at my P&L, but all the money I made from like shorting the market all the way down to like 17, 20K, it still made up for that. I'm still a bit in the green. Won a trade the other day, so pretty well. But I mean, it's. You got to be careful. I mean, just following I don't know anybody who really got rich just following, one trader's, signals or whatever. You need risk management. You need other things. It's not that easy to do it like that. So, that's what I would say. But even if you don't even take my signals, I mean, I do a lot of good TA on there. I talk about stocks, other things. I think it's well worth the money just from that aspect. But yeah, let's see. Let's see. Yep. Yeah, cool. Kind of is. All right, let's look at XRP. Because... yeah, I mean, getting close to this point. Weekly, another... oh, no, what was it? 3-day? Two yellow X's here. I mean, you had three before you kind of bottomed out last time. I mean, bottomed out at the pandemic dump, but you're getting close. I mean... I'd give it a few more months. I think I've said this before. I think you come back to 20 cents or something. This isn't trending up with time, guys. I mean, they got to win the lawsuit. They got to get back on Coinbase. They got to get back. If you want any hope with this, you got to get back on big exchanges. You need people to buy this. Let me take a sip of coffee here. Yeah, I mean, you gotta get back on exchanges. You're coming. There's some bullish signs. I mean, let's look at the main thing that's been giving us a lot of short entries. You got your not really split RSIs here, but the RSIs are coming back down. Seems like you could come down a bit. They're probably more split on. Ooh, yeah. I mean, that doesn't look good at all. 10, yeah, 4 blood. Ugh. This just looks like garbage. Wow. Yeah, just based on this, I don't think there's. I think you're probably inevitably going to test this big fib level right here. It doesn't look that great at the moment. However, we're getting a nice kind of unexpected pump here. But anyway, I mean, look at the, you come up and down, you get choppy. This could be it. This definitely could be it. This could be a decent short entry. You could try. I mean. Based on how I trade, I'm not going to enter just yet, but something like this definitely would be a very high probability of winning, in my opinion. Be careful with the weekly green dot. That's the main bullish case right here. But these 8-hour, these split RSIs here, they haven't been lying, especially with this 12-hour. See how it's curving down there? You'd probably be able to get your short right there. I mean, that's what I would say. So yeah. Gary, yeah, I can look at Gary. I don't know what it is. I'll take a look. Sure, I will take a look. You see my death clock right there. Still playing around with that. How much up and down for the year? I'm up a lot for the year. I mean, I do show them in the Discord. Let me show you. Let's see here. I don't know if I have it. Yeah, I mean, you could go in the free Discord for now, I would say. Gary. And there's other signals group. I mean, Gareth Soloway has a good one. I've heard good things about his. His is probably less risky than mine. I know he is a very good. He's got a lot of stuff right in the past. That means he's due to be wrong though. Nobody's right, all the time. But this, I mean, I don't know. This is probably down 99% from this. Yeah, this is. I mean, the technicals ain't gonna help you too much with something like this, man. I don't know. I couldn't tell you. It looks good in these lower time frames, though. Blue triangles just move around. I don't. This seems like a Ponzi to me. It seems like this looks like a rug pull, in my opinion. And I don't really mess with the rug pulls too much. The Dixie. Let's see here. So yeah, I mean, I thought I thought the probability was high, especially with this, this bearish div, the weekly one. Yeah, confirmed bearish div too, but the money flow is not coming out. So I thought we would come up a bit more here. I've been come down a little bit, but no, just coming up higher. I do think you're gonna get. I don't know if you're gonna get this high. I do think there's a good shot you could get what to 112, 115, something like that. Yeah, I mean. Definitely a good probability of that. Yeah, just cash is king at the moment. I mean, it's still trash according to Ray Dalio, so I think it's only a matter of time. So just use it as a utility and get in when you need to get in. But yeah, it'll be interesting to see what happens. Keep in mind though, with the U.S. dollar, if the currency does collapse, that's the only thing where you're completely out of luck with. Like, even if, the empire ends, even with the S&P 500, there is light at the end of the tunnel with that, probably, in some years. But with the dollar, if that goes to zero, like Venezuela or whatever, you're completely out of luck, guys. So that's what you got to be careful with. There's other hedges against it, it's tough times. I could feel it. A lot of my friends have been getting laid off from their jobs. You kind of feel bad. These are not easy times. But if you do have the cash, if you do have the money, there will be some good buying opportunities coming up. End of year, I think at least, August, September, end of year. Wait, pray for this to get into red for real estate if you want to buy a property. I think you could come down to, if it's like the S&P, I mean, you can come down pretty far for this. A lot of big players are buying this up, and hedge funds are buying up real estate. They're not always right, though. They're not always right. Blood Diamond right here. I think that'll bring it down at least to 86 or something. But yeah, there's a lot of uncertainty right now. We are still pumping, which is pretty nice, actually. Longs are doing well. Especially, I had a Ethereum long in the exclusive Discord that was entered, around 160 to 1062 or something, hit a first take profit. Don't believe we might have got close to the second take profit. I think it was a little bit higher up here for the second take profit, almost at 1200. But yeah, yeah, that's that. Got to get up off in 5 minutes. I got a meeting in a little bit. But yeah, I mean, just looking at these split RSIs here, this could overpower it too. I mean, money flow, it's, into the green there. How's your 7 hour on ETH? I mean, yeah, into the green, 8 hour, not quite yet, but it could really go either way here. So you got to be careful with this environment. Wait for when the time is right. Also, let's see. I mean, right here, this was a nice. That was yesterday, actually. A nice short entry with your 30-minute. Nice bearish div. Yeah, you could assume that's kind of a bearish div. Really, that would be your bearish div. Yeah, that one right there. And then you got a keep your stop loss above there. So you got a little choppy. Then you came down. So yeah, just moving around these areas. This is on Bitcoin, yeah. You're hitting this point right now. So somebody who's, if you're more of a really bearish person, you really like these split RSIs that would possibly, especially on the 12-hour, bring it down. Now would be the time to enter. Not financial advice. Blue triangle here. It's on the 15-minute though, so it's not the most, strong indication. What do you think, Cool? Is this a good time to enter short? I know you've been doing good lately. Let's see. I mean, what do you guys think? I mean, let's just see. Most of you guys have market cipher. Will the split RSIs on the 12-hour bring Bitcoin down now? It's a pretty peculiar poll. Guys, smash the like button too. Let's go see if we get a few more likes here. 73 viewers. But yeah. What's up, Nathan? It seems like, let's look at the 1 minute. I mean, yeah, we're still bearish div. That looks, it's just a 1 minute on trade based off of that. But yeah, if you wanted to short based off the RSIs, that would probably be the time to do it. Yeah. But yeah. Let's see, with Bitcoin to ETH, we looked at quite a few things. Let's look at Amazon. Bezos has been buying farmland too. He's competing with Bill Gates to buy farmland. Yeah, you're starting to get deep in the. What's interesting too is would be a good indication if you got that deep in the weekly. The 2 week is probably where you wanna. The green dot there in the 2 week. This would be an argument to come up a little bit, or it could just not play out, come back around. But yeah, yellow X on your 3-day. Last time, that has not happened in a. That was a bottom in 08, or close to a bottom in 08. Yeah, this did well in 08. This did extraordinarily well. Yeah, this bottomed out before everything else, which is crazy. Could it, could it do well here? Sure, but we will see. I mean, it's down what 45, down 45%. Yeah. I'd say at this point, probably try to wait for the 2 week to go into the red. I think it probably will, especially if we go into recession. How's our buddy Tesla doing? Yeah, kind of looks the same. That 2 week looks so overheated there. Last time that happened, you came down. Weekly red dot. I do think you could come down between $400 and $500, especially in a recession. I don't know if you'd come down much more than that. It would probably have to get real bad for that, but yeah, between 400 and 500, good buying point. Maybe $500 billion market cap. Does look good in some of these time frames. Things could go either way here. This is an interesting market, at least for a short term. How's Apple doing? That weekly not looking too good. I mean, you got the green dot, but I do think you're so due to come into the red here. Come down a bit. So yeah, let's look at the poll. Okay, so most of you guys are bearish. Prefer to see a scam pump wick to short. Okay, so you're thinking there's another wick. Okay. At least around 22.5K. Wow. Wow, that is pretty high, man. That is pretty high for the the argument with the weekly green dot definitely would support that. The 6 hour money flow crossover to Ethereum would definitely support that. That's what I'm kind of thinking. I mean, it's yeah. I mean, wait for the time is right. I'll agree. Wait until the time is right to enter. Yeah, red dot right there. Wow, yeah, we didn't get. It looks RSI's curving down there. So yeah, guys, I'm gonna get off now. If you guys are interested in signing up for BitGet, getting the $140 promo, link in description below. It's not something where you have to deposit. I don't know exactly how much you have to deposit, but it's not a crazy amount. It's a reasonable amount. So check that out. If you're an experienced trader, I think I do have to say that. Obviously it's very risky, especially if you're new. You need to know what you're doing. I have a course that teaches about it. That link in the description below for that as well. If you're interested in some of my exclusive TA and some trade signals, not right 100% of the time, link in the description below as well. It's through Patreon. It's an exclusive Discord. And BitGet's the main promo right now. Let's check that out. It's a pretty good exchange. And that should be all. Market Cipher as well. Link in description below. Use my link and my discount code down below to get the promo. The discount code, the promo for BitGet, you need to use my link below, I believe, as well. So please use that. And that should be all of it for now. If you want to do a one-on-one session with me, link in description below as well. A lot of people have really liked that. So check all those out, guys. Thank you so much for joining. Smash the like button, subscribe to the channel if you are new. And I hope you all have a good one. All right, guys. Goodbye.